There he is! Tonight, coming up, we have an exclusive one-on-one interview with Mean Streak Mike Dempsey. But first, we take a look back at his indie wrestling career away from the VBW. Welcome everyone to episode 3 of a multi-part series that the VBW is calling the Build to Yardstock. My name is Mike Ranahan, and tonight we sit down with a former VBW Canadian champion, Mean Streak Mike Dempsey. Mike, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me, I guess. I'm sure that the pleasure is all yours.
Mike, we just watched a video of your entire wrestling journey up until this point. Tell us about that.
Well, in 2004, when the VBW shut its doors, I didn't want to stop wrestling. So I went and got myself professionally trained. Joined the indie ranks, traveled all up and down the Pacific Northwest, won some titles. Yeah, it was pretty successful.
You talk about the independents. Who were some of those opponents that you wrestled there?
Tyson Kidd, Evan Bourne, the Blue Meanie, Michael Modest, Davey Richards, Tyler Breeze from NXT. I actually hold a winning record versus Kyle O'Reilly, one of the top indie stars in the world right now.
Definitely some impressive credentials, Mike. But I have to admit, as far as the VBW goes, you've become increasingly aggressive and ruthless as Season 3 has gone on, even going so far as to attack and choke out Christopher Blaze in an attempt to basically gain an upper hand in your match.
Ranahan, have you not been listening to anything that I've been saying this whole season long? I learned a long time ago that you have to go into business for yourself to make it in the VBW. If you want to do anything in the VBW, you got to go that extra mile in order to win. It's like I always say, Ranahan, if you're not cheating, you're not really trying.
Mike, you turned your back on the fans.
The fans are idiots. They know nothing. They're stupid. They sit there and they watch the videos and they watch me wrestle and they don't even realize, it doesn't even resonate in their tiny brains that what they're watching is greatness. That what they're watching is a future VBW champion.
Very interesting. I'm going to ask you this. This is what we're calling the Build to Yardstock. I have to know, have you heard anything about who your opponent might be at the biggest show in backyard wrestling?
No, I haven't heard anything. I have no idea what's going on around this place. I don't know who I'm wrestling at Yardstock, but you know, it doesn't even matter. The result will always be the same. At Yardstock, I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to beat the hell out of whoever they feed me, and I'm going to beat them within an inch of their life. I'm going to pound them. I'm going to choke them, I'm going to chop them, and the end result will be the same. I will be the next VBW Canadian champion, and that title is coming back around this waist.
You talk about doing whatever it takes to win. Earlier in the season, Mike, we saw you interview and hire pro golf caddy Andrew Holleran, and you appoint him as your own personal caddy to run your errands and basically do your dirty work.
So, I mean, what's your point, Ranahan?
Don't you find that a little demeaning?
No. I mean, I pay him. Now, it's a business transaction. He is my employee, so no.
Yeah, but Mike, do you actually pay him?
No comment.
How about when the caddy was holding his urine sample?
No comment.
When do you think General Manager Sasha St. Clair is...
No. Sasha St. Clair? Sasha St. Clair. Look, I haven't even met Sasha St. Clair yet, but no, I know it'll be easy. Look, Ranahan, I have a certain way with women, and I will get my match. This St. Clair.
You actually...
Sasha, you have a minute. You have a minute. Can I talk to you?
Talk.
Well, as you know, at Yardstock, I don't have an opponent yet. And I'm just wondering, like you're the general manager, can you tell me who am I wrestling at Yardstock?
Well, Dempsey, who do you think you should be wrestling at Yardstock?
Well, if I had to brainstorm, not that I've really thought about it, but maybe somebody like with the Blue Flame, somebody like Ice Cold Eddie Allen, somebody of that caliber, put up a real challenge to me.
Well, you're not going to be wrestling the Blue Flame, and you certainly won't be wrestling Ice Cold Eddie Allen.
Sasha, you and I are two very good-looking people. Isn't there like a more friendly way that we can, make this match happen?
Well, you're right about the good-looking part. However, if I were you, I would take it off before I break it off.
All right. Just tell me who my opponent is for Yardstock.
At Yardstock, you will be wrestling one of the most deserving competitors in all of the VBW. Someone who has been rising up this entire season. At Yardstock, for the VBW Canadian Championship title, it will be Mike Dempsey, one-on-one with Mini G. Isn't that beautiful? Now that's giving the fans exactly what they're asking for.
Sasha, can we talk about this?
I don't care if you don't like it, get out of my office.
The match has been set by Sasha St. Clair, Mean Streak Mike Dempsey versus Mini G for the Canadian Championship at Yardstock.